To edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I'm so excited this morning. I got one of our driver of the month. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. He was with me this morning doing orientation, and man, was I so excited to hear this young man talk. It's just good when you hear a young man that enjoys what he's doing and speaks highly of what he works at. Uh, but first of all, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a verse, and I tell you, I had a Bible study this weekend, and this verse come up in the Bible study, and I was so excited. I was so excited about this verse coming up, and I said when it came up, I said, I'm gonna read that Monday. I'm gonna read that, and it's coming from James 1:19, and it said, "Know this, my beloved brothers, everyone must be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger." And my mind just went around and around and around and around and around. If everybody did that, listen at that. Slow to, if everyone was quick to listen. Quick to listen. Sometimes we don't listen. I'm world's worst. Raise my hand first. World's worst. Don't get it quite right. I bet if Derek Thompson is looking at, he's like, yeah, Hoss. And slow to speak. Don't, just listen sometimes. And then slow to anger. When you get mad, nothing accomplished. What do you get accomplished? Just a bunch of screaming and hollering. You don't get nothing accomplished. So, hey, I just thought that was a good scripture to share this morning. It stayed with me all weekend, and I wanted to come and share it with you today. Pray that everybody had a good weekend. It's going to be a rainy week. I got to do a little traveling. So I want everybody to be safe. Most of all, I want you to remember that if you know someone that has a CDL and they need a good job, then they need to give me a call. They need to call Wiley Sanders Truck Line, or either call me personally, 334-372-5049. We'll be right back with our first guest.
The TruckSmart app has even more ways to make life on the road stress-free. As always, Ultra One members earn points, gears, and Ultra credits whenever they fuel up at a TA, Petro, or TA Express location. And now, convenient and fast fueling is just a click away with the PumpSmart feature. To use PumpSmart, simply click the PumpSmart icon in the app. Just like always, TruckSmart helps you find a TA, Petro, or TA Express location near you. And once you've selected your location, you can choose which fleet card you'd like to use for payment. TruckSmart users start by entering and storing their fleet card payment methods, either in the setup section of the app or during the PumpSmart process. Next, you can save time with PumpSmart by entering information like your vehicle and trailer IDs. If you're using a new payment card for the first time, you must first enter this information one time at the pump. After that, you can edit this information right in the app whenever you need to. TruckSmart stores this information for you. Next, you'll receive a code. You'll receive this code right in the app. Simply enter this code every time at the pump and fill her up. Once you're finished at the pump, your receipt is logged in your transaction history and stored right in the app. It's fast and convenient. PumpSmart is just another way that the TruckSmart app from Travel Centers of America is making life on the road a little easier.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, some money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dinner plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. You've heard me talk about the $1,000 sign-on bonus. You've heard me talk about Blue Cross Blue Shield. You've heard me talk about the dental plan. You've heard me talk about our sister companies. But have you heard me talk about what you can have in 10 years at Wiley Sanders Truck Line at 4%? That's right, with Wiley Sanders Truck Line, they match your 401k up to 4%. $650 a month. Hey, 10 years, $124,000. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line for your future. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Guys, we got so many benefits. I wish we had some here. We do. Oh, we got per diem. We got a dental plan. Oh, we got team drivers. We got paid vacation.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama.
Wait, Hoss Daddy, you forgot something.
Oh, the $1,000 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Money, money, money. And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I got caught trying to use my phone and do all these things at one time. That's what I like about having our own show. We can do like we need to do. Matt, just tell everybody your full name. I always call you Matt, but tell everybody your full name and what you do for a living.
My name is Matthew Chambliss. I drive for Wiley Sanders. I love it here.
Matt, this morning, you're always such a quiet and humble driver. And when I asked you the other day, I don't care how long I've been doing this show. People I ask that I think are coming don't come. People I ask that I don't think is coming come. So it's put me in a practice where everything that comes with Driver of the Month, I lay it out there. So nobody can come back and say, well, I wasn't offered that. And when I offered you that, you kind of shook your head a little bit. And I said, well, that's the last I hear that. And when Brent Freeman called me, I was like, did he really? He said, yeah. I said, well, yeah, tell him he's plumb welcome. Mr. Sanders told me when we started this show, we do a lot of stuff for the community, but our first priority is the Sanders companies.
Yes,
the
sir.
Sanders companies. And you do a good job with the Sanders, with Wiley Sanders Truck Line, and we thank you for that job. I want to apologize for Brent Freeman. He wanted me to make sure that I let you know that he couldn't be here. He was a man short. One of his dispatchers was out and he couldn't be here, but he was really coming. Brent has done a wonderful job since he got in the boat division.
Yes, he has.
And I wanted to tell him that he's got young men like you that are the head of dispatch. To me, is like the quarterback.
Yes, sir.
We saw a good quarterback last night in Tom Brady. Went back in his own home and whooped them and left. And that's what Brent has done. He's got you guys on a path. You take care of me, I'm gonna take care of you. And to hear you say what you said this morning to those recruits that come in, and man, that warmed my heart, man. Number one, I was shocked because that's the most words I've ever heard you say. But I still think back to the day that I recruited you and you come in and me and you was talking. And I hear a lot of things, but I can say you're a man of your word. And you told me, you said, I ain't going nowhere. You said, I made one mistake. You remember you told me that, man? You said, I'm not going nowhere. And you said, and we're not going to talk about where you went. That's something my boss instilled in me early on. I remember one time a company was going out of business and I was talking about going up there and putting flyers out. And Mr. Stephen Sanders, he told me, he said, no. He said, let's just focus on what we got going on. Just focus on what we got going on. They come, they come. Let's just stay focused on us.
Oh, yeah.
And I've always been a good listener. You heard me read that. And I done what he said. So, without you telling where you went to, but the experience wasn't great. And I'm glad you made the choice you went. But what made you change? And like I said, I don't want to call that company's name, but what made you change? What was happening that you didn't see that was beneficial to you?
You were being treated just as a number. It wasn't too much of a family atmosphere. It didn't feel like home. Wasn't getting home every 6-7 weeks. Being like a home. And they always rush you to come back out. And that's something I haven't had here at Wiley. They ask you when you want to leave. And they make sure that you are comfortable and that you're good, and it's a family atmosphere. So I have been nothing but happy since I've made the decision to come to Wiley Sanders. I feel like it's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Oh man, that makes me glad to hear you say that. That makes me glad to hear you say, because what that does is, I talked to Brent, I wish he was here. I called Brent this morning and I told him what you said to that class. I said, man, you ought to heard Matt speak. I said, you ought to just heard him, you know. And I actually didn't ask you to say nothing because of the fact, like I say, I took you as this quiet person, but that was from your heart. I believe in a man upstairs, and you can tell when a man speaks from his heart. That wasn't nothing wrote down on no paper, and that lets me know that we've spread a aroma that lets people know.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stephen Sanders asked me this, and I'm sometimes I worry that I beat on it too much, but he told me to make sure I let everybody know that at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. And I'm gonna say that till he stops me, and I'm gonna continue to work that until he stops me, because he started me. And so that's who it's gonna take to stop me. And Trace Parker comes right back, and he's the same way. And I can call them guys, and this morning, you notice I had forgot. I try to just pick people around to pray on Monday morning. And I could have called Trace, that's the president of the company, he's been glad to do it. I could have called Doug Kitchen. There's nobody I've ever called that has turned me down.
Yes, sir.
I can be with a company like that.
Oh, yeah.
And your drivers, Mr. Kitchens, safety director, he tells us all the time, your driver is your best recruit. If you're out there on the road and you happy and you run into somebody and you just tell them how happy you are, it makes them think. It makes them think. So I want you to be sure that when you're there and just do like you did today, just tell people about us. And I tell everybody, my number is, my phone's a company phone. Mr. Sanders provides me with a phone, so I use it for his business. I use it for me too. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I don't. But I tell everybody, you call this number, I'm gonna answer. And when you heard it ring just then, I'm gonna answer it, because this is why I make my living. I get a lot of drivers after hours.
Oh, yeah.
After hours. I got a guy call me yesterday. Man, I got so excited because I need some dump truck drivers. Anybody that need to drive a dump truck, I need something bad. I need like 3. I had a guy call me. He was a dump truck driver. Well, that's how I keep my relationships going. I had met him in Dothan at a school at Mr. Davis Truck Driver School, which is a very nice school, ladies and gentlemen. Very good school. And he told me, he said, I didn't come with you then. So like you were saying, you know, he said, I went somewhere else. He said, I'm just not happy. He said, but I remember what you said in the class. He said, if we didn't come with you, we could still call you. He said, I'm calling you. And that made me feel good. The Bible tells us to find a friend, you must first show yourself friendly. And that's what you do. And you don't realize it, man, but a lot of guys around there, they talk about how you carry yourself and how you do. It's just nice to have a young person that's already learned the way to act and how to make money. I heard you say this morning you'll make money. You're in trucking to make money.
Oh, yeah.
And I know one day you intend to own your own truck, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because I will tell you this. When you try to stop a man's dream, you send off the message that you ain't for him. You gotta be for him. And I have to tell drivers this, but it makes them give me a lot of, they respect me for it. I always tell them, if it works, I'm happy for you. If it don't work, I'm still here for you. That's how I keep that. You know, and pride, I tell people, if you won't come back, don't let pride hold you up. It ain't but 2 things that you can take to the bank and they'll accept. That's money and a pen.
Yeah.
I ain't seen a man go in there with pride.
Oh,
But
no.
you can get money and a pen in there. They'll work with you.
Oh, yeah.
They'll work with you. Where you from?
I'm from Montgomery.
Montgomery, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Okay, were you raised in Montgomery?
Yes, sir.
Your parents still living?
Yes, sir.
That's a good day. Do you see your mom a lot? Mom and dad a lot?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, do you live at home with them?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What you doing with all that money, man? What you doing with all that money? You ain't got no bills. What you doing with all that money?
Putting all the money up.
Putting it all up?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
They raised me to do so. Put the money up, put it away.
yeah. I was listening to you today, and you was talking about the benefits that we have, and I think you said you had a chest infection.
Yes, sir.
You went to the doctor. And, you went to the doctor here in Troy?
No, sir, in Montgomery.
Montgomery. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I tell people, you're a young man, but you still had to have your insurance. There's no telling what that would have cost you without insurance. Probably cost you a week's work.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Probably cost you a week's work. Insurance is a very valuable thing. And we have some of the best. Blue Cross, Blue Shield.
Oh, yeah.
We have a dental plan. Then we had that secondary insurance, you know.
Secondary is really a lifesaver.
Huh?
That secondary is really a lifesaver.
Yeah, that's secondary. You know, I've had 3 surgeries this year. Here in 2021, I've had 3 surgeries. And I used to say I went out of pocket with about $300, but I got a bill a couple of weeks ago for about $8. But still, I'm looking at $1,200 out of 3 surgeries. I'm good with that. And one of them, I had a toe removed. That was a serious one. There, when you go taking stuff off your body. But when I look back at it and I think about it, and I look at this world we live in, I don't want to be without no insurance.
You're definitely right.
I don't want to be without no insurance, especially in the kind of work you do. Driving a truck, you're off somewhere, and if you get a bad cold or something. Are you familiar with our Health Is You?
Yes.
That is a very good program. You know, you can actually call and you can get a live doctor on the phone.
Yes, sir.
You know, you think about that. That's basically what you're doing now. You know, when I go to my doctor for my foot, we video. The last couple of times we video, we talk, I hold my foot up, he looks. You know, I tell him all the time, don't send me no bill now, we use my iPad. Don't send me no bill. But that's what we do now. So when you get into these deals, you know, with the Health Is You and you being on the road, I think it's great.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's one of the greatest things that Health Is You.
I think that's probably one of the best things about, like, one of the benefits at Wiley, because where I was, we didn't have any of that. You know, you just come out of pocket with so much on insurance. Here, with the secondary health plan, I didn't have to pay anything.
Yeah. And you know, you look at that, and not only that, but you make money.
Oh, yeah.
We got these sister companies, and I don't like to get a number out because I use it as a trivia question. But we got these sister companies that just feeding us freight. I mean, we got freight. Anybody that know anything about trucking knows that it's freight. What do you think? We generate 70% of our freight ourselves. And then you got people like Frankie Sarris that's going out and getting freight. Big lots. Water. We haul a lot of water in the Walmart over there. I got a friend that I work out with. He do that every day. Jared Lewis do that. You know, we got all these other places that we get freight from, and then we got our own freight. It just leaves our drivers in a position, like you said this morning. If you're at work, you're going to make money. Because the freight and the miles are there.
Oh, yeah.
The miles and stuff are there. And we pay good wages. We pay good wages for our miles, and I'm proud of that. And all the bonuses and stuff. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about some of the bonuses. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Love's. Safe and clean are 2 words that mean more now than ever before. Love's has been the leader of clean places, friendly faces for nearly 60 years. When you visit our stores, you'll find something for the entire family to enjoy. From our restaurants to plenty of drink and snack options. So whether you're back on the open road or planning to be soon, we'll be here for you and your entire travel party, keeping our stops safe, clean, and stocked with all your road trip needs. Love's, the heart of the highway.
Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dental plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Take the worry out of Wi-Fi with managed Wi-Fi from Troy Cable. Say goodbye to dead zones. Automatically update outdated technology. Get the most of your signal with specialized access points. With worry-free Wi-Fi from Troy Cable, you can enjoy a full-strength signal reaching every corner of your home. Think fast, think friendly, think Troy Cable.
Hey everybody, Mike McDowell, driver of the Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Just want to send out a special thanks to all you out there that are working so hard to keep America moving. We know that the world's crazy right now and things are trying, and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy, and you have family back home and friends, and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today. We're celebrating our Driver Appreciation Week. We're so happy to have TruckWorks here.
We just want to recognize TruckWorks for what they do for us. Absolute great partner. They've really stepped up here on Driver Appreciation Week. They came in here, and I mean, not hamburgers and hot dogs, Boston butts and the grilled chicken, the really, really prima stuff. So, man, we so much appreciate you guys and what you do for us.
Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing, drivers first.
When you think Troy Cable, think of a world-class network. Think of friendly local customer support experts. Think of reliable internet, phone, television, and security for your home or business. Most importantly, think of a hometown company connecting its community. Think fast, think friendly, think Troy Cable.
Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dental plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Telling all our drivers, happy Drivers Appreciation Week. We thank you for the job y'all do. We thank you. This week is all about you, but every day is about you. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing, drivers first.
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields. Though you've probably heard these words before, it's our wish for all travelers. For those carrying the things we need and visiting the ones they love. Those that take to the open road to feed their families, to see new sights, to get ahead. They spend hours, days, nights, even weeks on an endless ribbon of highway. Through the weather, the breakdowns, the closures. And then they see it. glowing in the distance, that familiar sign, a sigh of relief. Each day, thousands stop by, each different, each with one thing in common. They need this. They need us. They need a home away from home. A place where everything is exactly the way they like it, and the everyday is done extraordinarily well. So today's a new day. Let's be that place. An open sign where there's none for miles. A familiar face that always says, "Welcome back." A meal that refreshes their soul. Let's be that place where they can grab a warm shower after a long day, and be that crew that can repair just about anything. Let's say, rest easy, weary traveler. You made it. But let's not stop there. We will lead how America's highway travelers refresh, refuel, repair. We will return every traveler to the road better than they.
And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. You know, we were sitting there during the break, and me and you was talking, and what is your favorite? Well, I know these truck stops worried to death right about now. Do you like the petrol or the Loves better? Which one? What do you prefer?
Like petrol better.
Like petrol better. I was a petrol guy, but I like them Loves, that hot dog. And it's fair that we can say we use both of them for that effect.
Oh yeah.
And when I say for that effect, we use Loves and petrols mostly our major because of the fact that you're gonna have it divided up.
Yeah.
And one of the things we try to do is make it convenient for our drivers. Last week I had Miss Betty on the show that does the fuel and works out fuel solution. Well, I learned a lot. And I won't tell you this because I can tell that you're really about making money, and you know, if the company makes money, you make money. You know, she was saying those fuel solutions is not to punish the driver or to inconvenience the driver, but it's to save money. Okay? Let me do it like this. Are you going on a trip? You done traveled enough.
Yeah.
You kind of know this, and the average person won't know this. You be reading the gas prices, and you'll say, well, let me get me enough gas to get to Tennessee. When I get to Tennessee, the gas is cheaper. I go to Athens, Tennessee a lot. And I always fill up there because down in Chattanooga is more expensive. So I fill up in Athens, and it's been great for me. So and that's what we do. You know, in California, where it's real. In the places that it's high at, she tries to get us out of there and get us enough. Very important job she got.
Oh yeah.
She really loves the drivers, so it was really good to have Miss Betty on here. And maybe you can spread that to our drivers when you see them fussing. This is not against you. This is to help in the long run. The Sanders companies have proved one thing: the better they do, the better we do.
Oh yeah.
Huh? You can see that with the equipment we buy and the things that we try to put in place for the driver. I mean, it costs to have this show. It costs for a nice shirt like that. It costs for a lot of things, but we all work together. It's like you were saying about being family. Me and you were sitting here talking about our weekend and talking about football and stuff. And, you know, this week, it's a work week.
Oh,
Talking
yeah.
about working now. We're gonna work. Then the weekend comes, we're gonna chill out a little bit. I love that. I love that people do that. And man, I just don't see how people make it that don't work. I'm 60 years old. I cannot get my mind wrapped around that. I don't know what I'd do without a job.
It's all about loving what you do. Because if you love what you do, you don't work a day.
That's a good point, man. That's a good point. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you now, and I'm not ashamed to say this. All I ever done with Matt has been nice. Never just really got into deep conversation. I see now I've been missing a lot. I mean, I talked to him. I think when I cooked the hot dogs that day.
Yes, sir.
You came up there and you sit and talk. Because Trace came up there.
Yes, sir.
And Trace was talking about what a good guy you was. I said, yeah, he's just as nice as he can be. I kind of do this. When people are happy, I leave them alone. Because my job is to keep everybody happy.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to the drivers. And drivers, I want to tell you, I work diligently at it. If I fail, I apologize right here on national TV, but I do my best, and I promise you at any time, my line is open for you drivers. You can call me at 334-372-5049, or you can email me at housedaddy@wsanders.com. But I had, you know Ron Hurts?
Yes, sir.
You know him?
Yeah, I know.
Ron was put with a trainee that's from Troy. And boy, I got to get my glasses on for this. They was going to California. I've been doing this now. Drivers have been wanting to just talk to me and tell me little stuff and how they guys are doing. And Ron was showing me that, what did they have win? I got to get to it. These are the starts of my trainee shift. Trainee drove his shift. He drove 10 hours and 34 minutes. Drove his whole shift out. Ron sat up there with him. That was just really good. And he said, hey Hoss, I am proud to report we made it Southern California 14 hours before our appointment. This means my trainee did over 65,000 miles his first week with me and grossed over $1,000.
Oh, pretty good.
That's stepping now.
Oh yeah, it's stepping.
Huh? That's getting on out there now. And you know, Ron having to sit up and watch him and make sure they're doing a good job. I dare not take that as that ain't nothing.
Oh no.
I dare not take that as that ain't nothing. But I'm gonna tell you something about Ron Hurst. And I do it because it's been successful. Dale basically does the trainee assignments. And I just help him. I let everybody know, you know, these guys. But we help each other. And I did this with Ron. I have a guy, because everybody don't jail. Everybody couldn't sit up here and just kick you like me and you.
Oh yeah.
But if I have a guy that maybe didn't make it with somebody, I'll try him with Ron and just see. This is my third one. I'm proud to say both of them are driving a truck. I had a guy that, you know, that's why I said Wiley Sanders is family, and I got to think before I say this because I don't want to embarrass or try to hurt anybody. But I had a guy that was a little different. I'm going to put it that way. He had a speech thing, but looked like he wasn't going to make it. You know. I was about to cry. I was about to cry. Brandon was looking at me. You know, it all done come back on me now. And I picked up the phone and I called Ron. And that guy driving the truck right now. His father called me and thanked me. And I told him, don't thank me. Thank the Lord. You know, I mean, really, I ain't done nothing. I'm just a vessel. But anyway, that guy's still driving a truck, and Ron took him out and made a truck drive out of it. And had another guy, same way, and I had this guy.
3 for 3.
I'm 3 for 3, and then Ron is just bragging on him. This is going to be a lovely deal because his girlfriend is also in our training program. This is what we do. So she's training, he's training, and they're going to become a double team. That, you know, well, when I get thinking about that, I get excited. How many companies would go through all of them? Final analysis, we're going to have this.
And not many.
It goes back to what you were just saying, Matt. Get up, go to work, but have a good time. You know, Doug says this, Doug Kitchen, safety director, and I've learned, oh man, I thank God for Doug. I've known Doug all my life. When I say all my life, because I call Sanders all my life. The whole time I've been there, I've always known Doug, and he's helped me with my insurance. helped me with my 401k, have gave me advice and stuff. And I'm gonna tell y'all some advice he gave me. I want to share this with y'all. If I've shared it once, I'm gonna share it again. But Doug has a saying. Sometimes we be in the office and we be talking about stuff, and we'll be looking at somebody, and he'll say, well, he said, look at it like this, Hoss. Come to work, do what you're supposed to do, have a good time, and hey, and you just happen to get paid for it. That's a great attitude. That is the attitude that I get up with every morning. I'm no, every morning I ain't just rah. But every morning I'm excited to have a job to come to. Now I'm excited about that every morning. And once I get there and get in the floor and get me this old cup of coffee, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to work a deal. I'm ready to talk to a driver. I'm ready to bring him in. You know, I was talking to a driver yesterday. Man got me all excited. I said, when you coming? He said, when you want me there? I said, Monday morning. I called Dale at home, and Dale was picking up some drive. I'm finna get the paperwork. I'm finna get him in there.
Yeah.
That's what I do. It's just nice to have the opportunity to bring people to a great company. And when you talk to a driver like you, and I was listening to you, and we was talking about football. You know, we just talking about football. We worry about work. We ain't sitting here talking about, oh man, I gotta go back out there Monday. We enjoying the weekend Monday. We know we're gonna be riding around. I used to tell them all the time, I said, I'm just riding around this old big truck. That's what I call. I still call them old big truck. I sent Hunter Moulton a picture this weekend. I'm just excited with trucks, which is a good thing because I work with trucks. That's a good thing for me. One of our dumps was on the yard, and he had it raised up and was driving it out, you know. I'm still a kid at heart. Man, I was looking at that, I was just grinning, and I took a picture of it, and I sent it to Hunter, and I said, "Oh, big truck." Well, you know, he had to one up me. He sent me old big Peterbilt with all the lights on it and stuff. I said, "Oh yes," you know. Those are the kind of people we work with.
Oh yeah. Those
are the kind of people. I was talking to you, and you was telling me you watched the Auburn game, so that was a good game. You know, we just conversate.
Oh yeah.
Just have a good time. Do your parents know how happy you are with your job? I know they do.
Yes, sir, they do.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So what does your father do?
Drive a truck.
He drive a truck?
Yes, sir.
Why he ain't with us? Why he ain't with us? You ain't tell me that.
He come out the road now. He home every night.
He home every night?
Yes, sir.
What does he drive? What drive it?
Cook foods.
Okay. What does your mother do?
She's a supervisor. Works at Montgomery County Youth Facility.
Okay. So you come from a working background?
Yes, sir, I do.
You come from a working background. I can see your work ethic now. I grew up in a time where you had to do two things. You had to get up going to a job or get up going looking for one. It didn't vary from that, you know.
Yeah. It
didn't vary from that. But I imagine, so you got them nice boots. If when you got a job, you can get some things you want. Am I right?
Hey, you right.
You can get some things you want. And when you're working somewhere, like you're saying, you're happy about it. But I was talking about benefits, and we was talking about that, the insurance and stuff, but the 401k is so good. How old are you, man?
23.
You 23 years old.
Yes, sir.
Now, you're 23. When in 15 years, and that's providing everything turns right and interest rates and everything, just, you know, you could have over $100,000.
That sounds pretty good right there.
Huh?
That sounds pretty good.
Chris Sasser, the finance guy, he did some numbers on it for me. And I said you would, and he kind of changed it up. He said, now that's providing everything stays. And so that's what I'm going to tell you that. And we always hope and pray for the best.
Oh, yeah.
But I was telling you that Doug told me something about the 401k. Now, I don't know what you say or what your percentage, but I know you're doing 4% because I know you're smart enough not to leave no money on the table.
Oh, yeah.
I do 10. When I say I do 10, the company gives me 4. I give myself 6. Doug Kitchen said that was good enough for Jesus. He'll let that be good enough.
Oh man.
And I don't know. I tell people you can't go up there at one time. Slowly work your way up.
Oh yeah.
Do 1%. Get used to that. And it's like you heard me tell them this morning in the orientation class. If you start that off now, it don't take long. That money adds up.
It does. It does.
If every Monday I walked in here and I put $1 in that box over there, if I kept walking in here 50 times, it'd be $50 in that box. I mean, the math don't change; it grows.
Oh yeah.
You know, it just keeps getting on. If you add to something, it gets bigger.
No doubt about that.
What do you like to run a lot at?
Like to run the Midwest, Texas, Oklahoma, a lot of Kansas.
Now I noticed you pull a lot of our flatbeds. What do you be hauling?
Pull a lot of equipment. Pull for KW, the molds to make the buckets.
Yeah.
I pull those from Troy up to Wisconsin and back.
Really?
Yes, sir.
You like that run?
I do.
Now, what do you like about that run, sir? I'm just curious.
I get to run straight up 65 straight shot.
It's straight up there and straight
Straight
back.
up there, straight back. And plus, it got some good miles, so.
Now, when I was doing it, I counted miles just as miles.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you my concept. And I used to do it to them all the time. I drove a wrecker and worked on the yard. Nobody wants to go to Mobile. Because it takes you about longer to hook it up than it does to go to Mobile. Nobody wants to go to Dothan, but I and Jimmy Rowland, he's passed on, but he was good to me. Well, I'd run them short ones. All week, sometimes.
Yeah.
But when them big ones come up, I'm sitting on the bank. I call it the bank. I'm sitting on the bank with 700-800 miles right here. So when this one for 1,000 miles come up, I'm sitting at 1,700 now, and I got to come home. So next thing I don't know, I don't run 2,700 miles and working on the yard.
Oh yeah.
That's just how easy the miles can come.
There's no doubt about that.
And I'm pretty sure you smart enough. Whatever they got, you just take it, and you just keep on. And like you say, you may not get your Midwest this week. You may have to take a short one. But when you come back and then you do get your long one,
You already
short
got your
miles
miles.
ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah.
They gonna count up. What's your average? What do you try to? What's your goal for a week?
Anywhere between 25 to 28. Most miles I've ever seen since I've been at Wiley is about 3,700 miles.
Good. You can log that. I know you can log it because we do it legal. Woo! Everything. Now that's a week that everything just went straight right, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, I could see Brent running you like that.
Oh yeah.
When who is your dispatcher?
Rodney Cobb.
Rodney's a good guy. Isn't he?
Yes,
Makes it
he is.
easy to work for him, though.
Oh yes, it does.
That's good. Sits back in that chair like this. You know that's how he sit. I thought he gonna have a bad back. He sit back like that all the time. Is that the only dispatcher you've had since you've been there?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that good to work for a company? You know Rodney, he's not on your dispatcher, but he's your friend now, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is.
He's your friend. I mean, he knows what you like. Me and Kevin Baker, we ride motorcycles all the time. I can pick a place for us to eat at because I know what he likes. He's my friend. Same way with a dispatcher and a driver. He can assign you to a load. If he looks at the computer, you're on your break and he don't want to wake you up, he can go and set you up on something because he knows what you like.
Oh yeah.
He can go and set you up. That's a thrill or a joy within itself right there. But be able to go on and be set up. Well, I need to talk to him because I don't know, he might not want that. But you know, when you're close like that, you can do that. Go ahead, you was finna say.
It was coming here and my first load out. It was like, where you want to go? That was just a big shock to me. I was, where I want to go. I never had that choice before, so it was a big thing. And it's been like that ever since. You know, he gives me basically what I want. You know, if I want to text, all I can do ask. You know, that's the biggest thing I can say here at Wiley Sanders. You ask, and they'll do it for you.
Well, that's good, man. Well, that's good. So when I want to hear you say that again. So after your first trip, say where you want to go, you was like,
oh, I didn't know what to say.
Now let me tell you why you can do that. You know why? Lead, plastic bucket. I got to get my other beads and stuff back up, and I need to do that today. He's got all that to choose from.
Oh yeah.
And they do first come, first serve, so you was up. And that is so great. If people just knew that, if you know, and when I go to schools and stuff and I be talking about that, that's why I started doing the tours. I'm gonna tell you what you just said. You say you was like, now, when people come and tell you that, and you ain't never seen it, yeah, I bet he can. And, you know, and I start doing the tours. Like I got with the bosses and I say, hey, I want to bring these schools here. What we have here is very special. We are the only people that have this in trucking. We are the ones. You got some food companies that make food and they got their own trucks.
But nothing like this.
Nothing in the world like this. I can stand firm and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other 2 ain't up here. 5 sources of freight. Every day. Not just one day out the week, every day. When you put that up against a truck driver that, you know, trucking ain't like it used to be. You just said it. You say you was working for somewhere, you stayed gone 7, 8 weeks. Then when you come home, time you get relaxed.
It's time to go back out.
Time to go back out. Working for Sanders, you done been home through the week. You done been home on the weekend. You're not really worried about it. Wherever you go, you're gonna do what?
Come right back.
You're gonna come right back. Man, I brag on that. I talk about that every day. I even much get excited to this day when I go to talking about it. When I go to talking about what we can do, where we can put you at, I get excited because it's the truth.
Yeah.
I love it. And I brag on it. I love, and I know the Bible tells me not to brag, but when I go to a school, and I won't dare call another company name, and I see their car sitting out there, and I'm like, I call it next on deck. Oh, I got some fire in my step, buddy. First thing I'm going to walk in there and say, I mean, I can't pay you what the other guy said, but you're going to make more money with me. I know you're looking at me wondering how you're going to do that. Let me explain it to you. And I lay it out. Guy making 50 cents a mile, guy making 60 cents a mile. Okay. Person don't know nothing about trucking, you know what they gonna think? The guy making 60 cents a mile is making the most money. Okay, they gonna think that. The guy making 50 cents, he runs 3,000 miles every week. 1, 2, 3, for a whole month. Guy making 60, 1,500 miles one week. 20, let's say he in 2,000 one week, then he back down to 1,500. You put the math to it come the end of the month. When the rent, the light, the water, grocery. And don't forget, her wants something too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. All right, me and y'all know what I'm talking about. You got it. I mean, your significant other, you're gonna buy something. It's just so exciting, man. And I love it when a young person gets it. And I tell people, you heard me say it this morning, buy into it. You have to buy into the plan. I thank God for what the Sanders companies have put into this town, and people that are smart, they're the same way. Because money goes in a circle. I'll never get away from this. And this is us. This is us. Beam up on this, Justin. This is us. Justin. Beam up on this, folks. But you just look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You'll just see what Wiley Sanders' truck line does. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. I'm sure you this more than TV. Watch this. I caught him by surprise. You don't think he was sleeping there, do you? You don't think he was sleeping there. Now, how do you do about your rest and stuff? Everybody's got a strategy. What do you like to run, night or day? What do you like?
I prefer to run nights when the load allows, but.
Okay, thank you. But that's just what we do. You see that dollar sign? Everything comes back to that dollar sign.
Oh, yeah.
That is the name of the game. That is the name of the game. But you say you prefer to do what now?
Drive nights.
Prefer to drive night. That's where I was. I was the same way. I never will forget, this has been years ago. I told you I've been around here a little while. I went to Oregon one time, and it was hot, and I was driving an auto car wrecker. It was just hot. So it's when it's more than it is now, like you're sitting back in the cool. And that thing was hot. And I got so hot one day I pulled over, stopped at a store to get me something to drink, and I walk in the store and get me a Gatorade, and I come back to the truck. The truck had cooled down. And I sit there and I thought, when I was young, I could sleep at any time. Man, now I have a hard time because, man, I laid back in that sleeper and I went to sleep. And I woke up about 6:30. Sun had went down. I said, I got it now. I drove mad all the way to about 9 or 10 o'clock when it started getting heated. Pulled over, went to sleep again. Went all the way out there by myself. And, that was, but I had a work ethic.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't complain. The air conditioning was working. I'm just out in Arizona. It take a good air conditioning in Arizona. What kind of truck you got? And I made it work. What am I saying here? Sometimes you have to make your job work.
Oh, yeah.
Like you say, if the load, I like the way you said that, if the load will allow you to, you will drive at night. But if you can't, you'll drive in the daytime. That's making your job work. Eventually you're going to get on the shift that you want to be on.
Oh, yeah.
But if the load allows you, you'll do it. That's good. I can see your parents are very proud of you. I want you to make sure that you get them a clip of this because I want them to see you. I want them to see what you have done at Sanders. I want to take this opportunity to thank you.
Thank you.
And I thank you. And what I say thank you for, not only for the job you do, but your character and your attitude. I'm a little older than you, but you remember this. Your attitude controls your altitude. Don't ever forget that.
Yes, sir.
And you got an attitude that can carry you places. It can carry you places. It's already brought you to a great place. You've already been small enough to look around and say, you know what? Why would I want to leave him?
Yeah.
You've already looked around and said that, if I do, it's going to try to do something on my own. Like I said, I don't knock nobody when they do that. I just let them know I'm for you when you leave, if you're trying to get your own truck. Because, some young people, they got to do it. But I'll be right here waiting on you. I tell people we've been here 1859. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But I got to throw my last little pitch in there. I told a good friend of mine this one time. I said, I was in the club business for 9 years. I never left my job at Sanders. Never left. Good thing that I did. Because a couple of years during that time, I had to take the money I was making for Sanders and tote that business along. And I got to thinking, if I'm going to work and give it to this, sell this, and just work and get that money to me.
Yeah.
It didn't take me long to figure that out. So what I'm telling you, I handled a lot of money, but did I receive a lot of money? So be careful when you do that. Not trying to discourage you, but just be careful and make sure that's what you want to do. And I do. I mean this from my heart. Any way I can ever help you, I'm gonna help you because you have been a inspiration to me for young people at Wiley Sanders. And I can't wait to be Ron Hurst, driver of the month right here. He's done a good job, and I am proud to have you on Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders as you being the driver of the month. I very deserving. I have nothing to do with it. The dispatchers do it. I just honor who they pick, and we put your name in a bucket. So not only was you drawn, but you was drawn out the bucket. Miss Betty, if you see her, the fuel solution lady, go talk to her. She pulled the names this month. Miss Betty is a very nice lady. She can tell you stuff about that fuel, and she taught me a few little tricks. It's if you pay attention to it and watch that Qualcomm, Miss Betty hook you up.
Okay.
She'll put you in some good places, and she says she's got an open line. If you don't understand it, call her. What did I just read before I started? Quick to listen. You know, and if you just call and say, "Hey, Miss Betty, I'm struggling with something. I need something. I need something." They're having a fair here this week, I think, and I think I'm gonna go to the fair. You like the fair?
Yes, I do.
I love the fair. Give me one of them Polish sauces. I love going to
Old funnel cake.
Oh, funnel cake. And then walk around and look.
That's basically it.
I do. I'm gonna see if my little granddaughter want to go. I'm gonna see if she want to go. I'm gonna act like I'm taking her, but really I want to go. Really, I want to go. I'm the one that wants to go. I want to. Destin, you like the fair? I think everybody like the fair. It's something that don't grow out of you, do it?
No, not really.
It don't really grow out of you.
Not at all.
It's all like trucking. I can walk out on their yard right now. They crank one of them trucks up, I go look. One come by, I look, and Dale Clifton. I know Brandon get tired of me and him, but we'll get to sitting there talking sometime, and he'll tell something about happening to him on the road, and I'll tell something. It's just in us, man. It's just in us. And Mr. Sanders, Mr. Wiley Sanders was the same way. He drove a truck, and me and him used to talk about it. And one of the few people that got the privilege of driving with him and working right beside him. I thank God for this journey that I've been on with the Sanders companies. And Matt, I can tell you, you're a lot younger than me, but it's only gonna get better. I've seen things that you guys got now that we didn't have. You know why we didn't have it? Because it wasn't out there.
Yeah.
I've watched Mr. Sanders do it. Now I'm watching Mr. Steven Sanders do it. If it's in trucking, we have it. I'll stand up at any school. I'll stand anywhere and say that. Satellite communication.
Yes, sir.
Radios. Automatic transmission. Just whatever it is, if it benefits the driver, we get it. We get it. It's just so much technology out there, and we're keeping up with it. We're keeping up with it. It's done past me. I'm not even sure. I get calls all the time. People be asking me about something. I say, whoa, I'm not the one, but I get them to someone that can help them.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it. You got these young guys coming in there, Brent, Hunter Moats, and they've been getting on me about this. And you know what? They ain't as young as they used to be. I'm just so old. I just look at them as being real young. But you got Brent Freeman. You got Derek Thompson. You got Frankie Saras, Kevin Baker, Thomas Hicks. You got these guys with these young ideas, and they're coming in there. You got Hunter Moats running that dump division, running it to the utmost. And you got all these young guys coming in there, and they're changing things, and they're doing things. And what are we doing? We just growing.
Oh, yeah.
We just growing. We just growing. And hey, I'm with them. And I get why I can't keep up, and it's getting close. I'm going to fall back out the way. I'm going to fall back out the way and let them guys run on, because I want it to be around a long time. I want it to be around a long time. I want to see people like you benefit from it. Your kids benefit from it. My son works in this town. that company out there keeps this town going that way. It keeps him a job. I want to see Pike County itself continue to grow.
Yes,
Even when I'm an old man sitting on the porch, it is just good. It is just good to know that we got this here. Now, what I want you to do, I tell everybody this: make sure you say hello to your mama, your daddy, and your girl. You make sure you do that before we get out of here. Just tell them, hey.
Hey, y'all.
Call your mama's name out.
Hey, Vita Wilson, Maurice Chambliss, and I ain't gonna call her name out.
Okay, don't call her name out. All right. Man, we got to get out of here. It's I don't know. I think he was enjoying listening to you talk because we done surpassed our time. I want to tell you this to you. If you're looking for a good job, ladies and gentlemen, please look at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Trucking, mechanic, you name it, we got it. Lead plant needs some people. KW needs some people. KW Containers needs some people. Hey, let's go to work. Let's have something. Let's build our community up. Whatever you do, you pray for me. I'll definitely pray for you. Can't say something nice about someone? Don't say nothing. Goodbye. Telling all our drivers, happy Drivers Appreciation Week. We thank you for the job y'all do. We thank you. This week is all about you, but every day is about you. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we know one thing: drivers first. Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dinner plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields. Though you've probably heard these words before, it's our wish for all travelers. For those carrying the things we need and visiting the ones they love. Those that take to the open road to feed their families, to see new sights, to get ahead. They spend hours, days, nights, even weeks on an endless ribbon of highway. Through the weather, the breakdowns, the closures. And then they see it. Glowing in the distance, that familiar sign, a sigh of relief. Each day, thousands stop by, each different, each